13 people have died after a magnitude 6.5 earthquake struck northern Afghanistan and parts of Pakistan. The epicenter was in the Hindu Kush mountains near the northern Afghan province of Badakhshan. People in Kabul were outdoors when the quake hit because they were celebrating the Persian New Year. Many chose to spend the night outdoors. At least 9 people died in Pakistan, where hospitals were placed on high alert. We're going to go live to Asad Beg, who's joining us now from Lahore. We just saw some of the pictures there during the earthquake. You felt the earthquake where you are. What's
extensive? Tornado sirens sounded in Mississippi overnight as several large tornadoes moved through the area. At least 19 people are now confirmed dead. Witnesses say the damage there is extensive.
Complete and utter devastation. Just houses, roofs ripped off of houses, walls tucked down from houses, trees up. Seen several areas where parts of the asphalt had been jacked up from the ground. I mean, just complete devastation.
Oh my goodness, and look at this video of one of the tornadoes. We've paused it so you can see how large that tornado is in the darkness. You see it right in the center of your screen there. We're expected to learn more as the sun comes up.
Watch break. Minister, growing turmoil in Israel, fiery protests erupting in the streets tonight. This comes just hours after embattled Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu dismissed his defense minister. That cabinet member said he would not support Netanyahu's attempts to take power from the judiciary. The battle over Netanyahu's plans is now intensifying. Here's ABC's Patrick Reevell.
Israeli cities tonight erupting in protest after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu sacked his defense minister today, the country's political turmoil rapidly deepening. Netanyahu removing Yoav Gallant, a member of his own Likud party, after Gallant called for a pause in the government's controversial plan to weaken Israel's judiciary, essentially stripping its power to have final say on Israel's laws. The plan triggering weeks of massive protests. An estimated 300,000 citizens marching Saturday, many alleging the plan is a power grab that could make Israel an autocracy more like Turkey or Russia.
We all have to. A town hall in France has been set on fire as protests over the government raising the retirement age continue across the country. The reforms now mean you will receive a pension at 64 rather than 62. Firefighters put out the blaze in Bordeaux, but there is mass disruption to work and travel in French cities. More than 1 million people have taken to the streets in protest against the government, and over 450 people have been arrested in Paris. King Charles was supposed to make his first state visit to the French capital this weekend, but has been postponed because of the unrest.
China threatened serious consequences Friday after the U.S. Navy sailed a destroyer around the disputed Paracel Islands in the South China Sea for the second day in a row, in a move Beijing claimed was a violation of its sovereignty and security. The warning comes amid growing tensions between China and the United States in the region, as Washington pushes back at Beijing's growingly assertive posture in the South China Sea, a strategic waterway it claims virtually in its entirety. On Thursday, after the U.S. sailed the USS Milius guided missile destroyer near the Paracel Islands, China said its Navy and Air Force had forced the American vessel away, a claim the U.S. military denied. The United States on Friday sailed the ship again in the vicinity of the islands, which are occupied by China but also claimed by Taiwan and Vietnam, as part of what it called a freedom of navigation operation challenging requirements from all 3 nations requiring either advance. China's Ministry of National Defense responded by accusing the U.S. of undermining the peace and stability of the South China Sea with its actions.
Now in Moscow, President Putin has warned that if the UK goes ahead with a plan to supply Ukraine with ammunition which contains depleted uranium, Russia will be forced to respond. Now, the threat of unspecified retaliation was made on the second day of talks with President Xi of China. The two leaders have been discussing what's been described as a peace plan for Ukraine, which has been put forward by Beijing. Our Russia editor Steve Rosenberg has the latest.
Take two world leaders, a dash of Kremlin choreography, and you get this. The symbolism was clear. On the world stage, Xi and Putin, China and Russia are coming together to forge what they claim is a strong partnership. The talk at the table was about expanding cooperation, but equal partners they are not. Russia, under pressure over its war in Ukraine, is increasingly dependent on China. And Vladimir Putin is increasingly critical of the West. Later, he slammed the UK for deciding to provide ammunition to Ukraine that contains depleted uranium.
I would like to note that if this happens, then Russia will be forced to take action accordingly. I'm talking about the fact that the West is already starting to use weapons with a nuclear component.
Tonight, this warning from Moscow has sparked a reaction from London. The UK Ministry of Defence has pointed out that depleted uranium has nothing to do with nuclear weapons or capabilities. It says it's a standard component the British Army's been using for decades, and that Russia is deliberately trying to disinform. A Chinese peace initiative for Ukraine made little headway. President Putin blamed Kiev and the West, but this is a war he started, and he shows no sign he's ready to pull out his troops. Might Beijing be ready to supply Russia with weapons? That key question was left unanswered. In any case, Xi's visit is seen here as a diplomatic coup. At last, the Kremlin has something to celebrate. Steve Rosenberg, BBC News, Moscow.
That any effort to adopt a worldwide digital currency will never occur in the free state of Florida. And finally, I'm calling on like-minded states like Florida to adopt similar legislation into their uniform commercial codes and to reject any changes to their uniform commercial code that would formally recognize a central bank digital currency. And I've already spoken with Lieutenant Governor of Texas, who's the head of the Senate in Texas. I do believe Texas is going to do something similar to what Florida does. And if we can get a groundswell of states to say no, we are not going to turn over this power to you. I mean, look, ultimately, cash is king. I mean, if you can hold it in your hand, you have power over that. The minute it's all digitized, somebody else is going to have control over that. And it's just a question of, are they going to let you live your life? Or are they going to decide to do things to circumvent what you want to do? And think about what we've already seen. In Canada, you remember when the truckers were protesting the vax mandates, you know, they had banks, some of the government froze some of their banks. You had charities that were trying to help these guys, and that was frozen. So we've already seen government really overstep its bounds as it is in the banking situation and financial sector that we have now. Can you imagine if we went to something like a central bank digital currency? So I'm glad that this will ensure that any effort.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and safety and much blessings to the Yakim that's pushing this truth at the four corners of the earth in all truth, sincerity, and diligence. All right, man, this is, I got to put a whole bunch of clips together, just to paint the picture. Really, to go into what the vision is yet for an appointed time, you see? And that vision is what you're seeing, through these, these short clips, even though, it's not a lot of them, but, you can clearly get the picture, man, that the vision is yet for an appointed time, man. And that time is now, that the prophecies are speaking on the planet Earth. Our redemption draweth nigh. Okay, you're seeing what uproars of the people. You're seeing a whole bunch. You're seeing Matthew the 24th chapter, man. Okay, so I'm gonna just That's why I'm going to start off. This is Matthew 24:5. It says, "For as many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many." You got all these guys around here with these different doctrines, claiming to, to be something that they're not, man. You also got guys really walking around here saying that they are the Messiah. Verse 6, it says, "Ye shall hear wars and rumors of war," like what you're seeing right here. Look, it says Russia, NATO war brewing, right? And then you got China, you see, and you got all of this, these war drums beating, all of this, turmoil and tension rising. You see, it says you shall hear, and even in Ukraine, you see, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of war. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So you got prophecies that has to come to pass. It says, "For nation shall rise against nations," and we're seeing it. Nation is rising against nation, man. Okay. It says, "In kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines." And, people seem to forget that, just last summer in the news, they was talking about how they was only living off of the last year's harvest, how, all these cattle, died, all these food processing plants, just miraculously caught fire. Like right now, how we seeing all these train derailments, all these chemical spills, all these different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, people forgot about that, It says pestilence and earthquakes. And in the clips, in some of these clips, that was earthquakes. You see buildings falling in diverse places, man. You had that big earthquake in Turkey. You know what that was last month? All right. You had this earthquake in Afghanistan and Pakistan, you see? Right? So, and then look, man. Like it says, on another clip, what's a locket? See, about the earthquakes, you see, the Lord said that's what how he was going to visit the planet Earth, man. All right, it was written in Second Esdras. Let's see if I can go grab that. Second Esdras 15, I believe that's what it says. No, that's not the one I was looking for. How about Isaiah 29:6? It says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and flames of devouring fire." Storms and tempests, man. They just had a tornado in Mississippi. Right, this is the Lord doing this. This is Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah doing this, and Jake still can't get it right. Jake still think that shit happens. Nah, man, the Lord is visiting the planet Earth, man. All right, we speaking in the ears of His people. Prophecy, man. Look, we don't care if you don't believe. But what we can say is that you have been warned. It's not our job to make you believe. We don't know who the elect is. It's our job to warn you and edify. Okay? But look at all this. Look at the uproar of the people, man. Look at this uproar. This is in the land of Israel, man. Okay? And that's how you know that these people are not the true Jews. Because it wouldn't be all of this, man. Everything would be in its proper order according to Isaiah the 2nd chapter. Okay? All right. So look, this is 2 Esdras 15:15. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power," man. And when you have these uprises, man, these uproars, man, these people not caring who the cops is. They're not caring about these guys walking around with badges, man. Apostle Tahar coined this year to be the year, the hope of all the prophecies come to pass, man. Okay, we just seen a video of this guy, man. Elder Apostle Tahar posted a video. It was a short video that says is 2 Esdras 15:16 going to happen in weeks, man? And they're talking about the crash of the economy in weeks, man. In a few weeks, No, this is beautiful. This is great news, man. This is the good news. This is the gospel, man, to see that this place go down, man. And the Lord finna bring forth judgment in America. Bring forth judgment, man, that's much needed. That is much, much, much needed, man. But Jake can't tell. Jake can't see, what's going on around him, They just, I can just wake up and go, I can get paid. I can go spend my money. I can go on a date. I can, put gas in my truck. I can buy food. And that's all Jake worried about. You see? This is Matthew 1. This is Matthew 16:1. It says, and the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, tempting, desiring him that he would shew them a sign of heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. In the morning, it will be foul weather today. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but ye cannot discern the signs of the times. See, Jake can't understand, man. They seeing gas prices rising up. Jake not understanding that the dollar is crashing. Jake can tell you everything about anything, all right? They'll tell you, about the draft. They'll tell you about the boxing. They'll tell you about, cars. They'll tell you about anything. They got intel on all of that, all right? But when it come down to what the Lord is doing on the planet Earth, the Creator visiting the planet Earth, man, and these things are happening around them, they wondering why, Jake getting jacked up in the streets. They wondering why, hey, man, you got all these mass layoffs at these big companies, man. Why these Walmarts is closing down. They can't tell you why, Wondering why AI technology is taking over, every goddamn thing, man. They can't tell you why. Because they're not worried about that. There's nowhere in their thoughts. Slacky. You see? But they'll say that they love the Most High. They'll say, I love God. You a hypocrite, man. This is Matthew 24:32. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branches is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Man, we seeing the dollar, and that is the main thing that's going on right now, man, the financial system, because the financial system is what, holds up an economy, man, okay? Once the economy crashed, bro, once this economy crashed, man, it ain't going to be no independent women, man. Everybody's going to go back to their natural estate, man, okay? The Lord said Egypt shall be like women, weak and feeble. It says, verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Right? These prophecies must be fulfilled, man. Right? You're going to have death. You're going to have famine. You're going to have pestilence. You're going to have teeth of wild beasts. You're going to have all these things, man. You're going to have the famine of the word. You're going to have the fame of the prophets, man. All right? You're going to have the deliverance of the elect, man. You're going to have all these things, man. It says, but of that day and hour knoweth no man. No, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So, like they say the economy is supposed to crash in a few weeks, man. We don't know. We don't know that, but we hope for it. You see? It says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of Son of Man be. For as the days that were before the flood, they were eating, drinking, marrying, giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took all of them away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. That's why we're not the children of the night, man. We're the children of the day. All right. We know what season and what time we in. All right. We don't want to be caught with the cares of this world, man. We don't want to be caught, to be found blameful. We want to be found blameless. You see what I'm saying? See, right now, everybody's turning up, getting ready for summer, getting ready for their vacation, man. Man, the Lord about to shut this bitch down, man. Lord willing, man. Okay? So when the Lord closed the doors to the ark, man, that was the doors of repentance, man, symbolically now. When these prophecies start just popping off, man, hey, let the just be just, man, and let the unjust be unjust, man. The Lord gonna have mercy whom he gonna have mercy on, though. Okay? And you also seeing like you can't deny World War III. This is prophecies playing out in right before your eyes, man. You know? Revelations 11 and 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. So there will be a World War III. It ain't no if. You know, Jake like to say, if it's going to be a World War III. No, it will be a World War III because we have faith and we believe in these prophecies. We believe in the Bible, okay? You see? And this place, you see, because, hey, man, you got Russia, you know, locking up with America, man. These are Edomites. So which makes it what? A kingdom divided. Matthew 12 and 25. And Yahweh knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. Every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. You see, so the Lord systematically, you know, is bringing, you know, these devils, you know, to their demise, man, through themselves. What that is, 2nd Ezra 11 chapter, that the end, the remainder of the four beasts, that the end might come through themselves. You see? And then and you know, they're divided because what, man? You just seen this dude that was talking about the CBDC, man. Like you got states that don't want to go with that. But, you know, they're going to have to go. They're going to have to submit to the image of the beast, man. They're going to have to submit to the New World Order because it's going to be a global, you know, reset, man, if you will. So everybody going to have to lay down to the New World Order except the elect, man. All right. That's why the scripture says tribulations that shall try the whole world, just roughly paraphrasing the scriptures. But all that right there, the CBDC and all that, that's to usher in what? The C-hip, man. You know, like it spoke about in Revelations, the 13th chapter. Look, this is Revelations 13. I'm going to start at 15. And it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you don't get down with the New World Order, man, the movement, you know, the digital era, you know, if you will, so to speak, then you're going to be put to death, man. If you're not rocking according to the agenda, then you're going to be put to death. This is Rome 2.0, man. Okay? And it's going to be governed by draconian laws, man. Okay? It says, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or their foreheads. Okay? You're not going to, look, it says that no man might buy or sell, save mean but he that had the charagma or the name of the beast or the number of his name, man. All right? So you're going to have the charagma in order to be a part of the society. Right? This is the vision that was yet for an appointed time, man. That's speaking loud, clear. You know, the Bible is real. Okay? But Jake ain't worried about, it's not going to be till something catastrophic happen in the planet Earth to where Jake going to want to listen. Then Jake gonna want to listen. Then Hot Girl Summer ain't gonna be so goddamn hot, man. Then all of these career driven bitches then they gonna feel like they need a man. You see, that's gonna be beautiful, man. To see the pride of these women fall, bro. You know, to see fear in the planet Earth, man. That's gonna be beautiful, man. You know, well, this is the day that we waiting on, man. All right, to see the fall of our enemies. Lord is making the vision plain up on tables. All right, These earthquakes in diverse places, these storms, these floods, tornadoes, the crashing of the dollar, war. Hey, man, this place is falling, man. This place is falling. Babylon is falling. It's falling. Okay? The Lord has stirred up the Medes. Okay? Everybody's seeing America for the whore that it is, she is. All right? Nobody wants to deal with America, man. All right? They're fed up, man. You see? And they wanted to ban TikTok, man. They want to ban TikTok because there's too much truth coming out, man. That's going to create what? Famine of the word, man. Going in the famine of the word. You see? When they try to shut down the YouTube and whatnot, man, these devils going to do something, man. So Lord willing, you will edify, man. I'm going to say shalom.